Hi guys, hello, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. Today we're going to talk about getting Streamyards to handle your closed captioning needs. Maybe even step in your monetization details. The reason I'm bringing these things up is because so many people have been asked by me is, why can't we have the closed caption feature enabled by default? And also, we're going to talk about Restream.io, studio.restream.io, which is kind of a licensed version of Streamyards for Restream.io as well. And we're going to start by, first of all, discussing the Streamyards side thing first, because I want to keep this simple. So let me start by switching over to that right now. I was just looking at something else over here. So you see we have a test window we use for making files. This just records. It doesn't actually go live. And the reason we have this is because we like to actually stream with OBS, but we will sometimes use the studio program here for dealing with the guests and things like that, where they want to use StreamYards, but I really don't want to get porn bombed. So let's start with the most basic thing to start with. Number one, this is not the paid StreamYards. This is the free to use. What that means is you get 20 hours of streaming per month on this. There is a paid version that gives you more time, but for now, that's the one we're working with. So let's start by creating a test stream. So I'm going to hit create, okay? And it's going to be a live stream for this example, okay? You can go in the studio, which obviously I'm going to select my picture. That's me. And so that's all set. Let's see. And it's going to go here. Let me forget this right here. Yeah, I want to do this. So I'm going to select this. Select this. Give a title. It's just a test stream. It's not for real. So this is a test stream. Don't need to say anything about this. You can schedule for later. So let's start with the most basic heads up. One, make sure your microphone is working. I don't have the virtual camera on right now, but for this test and to avoid any kind of nasty surprise, we're going to change the camera. So we're going to select the camera here, just so you don't have the funky effect. I'm going to use, instead of using virtual camera, I'm going to use the USB camera, which puts me in the little thumbnail here. Okay, so this is me here. Standard definition 480p, low definition 360p, high definition 720p. In reality, I normally would go 360, okay, or 640 by 360. That's just what I normally do, okay? So, now, we got the stream in, we're all set, we can go into studio. So I enter studio. No. Listen carefully, folks, because this is where we need to make a change. We have to go back to our YouTube studio side of things. So the easiest way to go there is to click on this icon up here. Go to manage streams. And you'll see this is a test stream. So I'm going to click on that. Now, if you look over here, you see where it says captioning. Right here, enable captioning. Turn that on. Okay? And it's going to tell you, you got to turn on, you got to deal with your latency because it's set below. So set the latency to normal latency. Turn on the closed caption button. And then it will say automatic captions for English only. Okay, that's what you want to do. If you're monetized and you want to get your limited no ads, sorry, it's not YouTube doesn't really give you anything else. You can go to customization. You can go to monetization here. You can turn this on, hit on, and then your stream will remain limited no ads until it's over. So honestly, maybe you don't care and you just want to leave this off. So maybe you might not want this on. Okay, that's fine. If you got a problem with bad people causing chaos, you may want to go to customization, and you may want to either enable for subscribers, members. Subscribers is usually good. I usually set it for 20 minutes, which is pretty good. And then, of course, members, so I can hit save. Now, at this point, what would happen is you would have your closed captions on, and you would have your other content ready to go. So you'll be all set to go. And then, of course, you will be in compliance with the Federal Communications Commission as well, where it strongly says to make sure to give everybody access to that. The only thing is, from my personal experience with that, is some people may not like it very much. So you might need to keep that in mind. And like I said, if you turn on monetization on the stream, it's not going to stop you from receiving super stickers. Actually, just do enable it anyway. See, I showed you, it wouldn't hurt. But more than likely, you'll get limited no ads. You'll still get monetization, super badges, super stickers, super thanks. Of course, you can still get memberships. That's a good option. Now, in addition to that, now let's talk about another program, or let's talk about the two types of streams on YouTube, because there's two different kinds. You have the immortal ones. The immortal stream is the one that you don't have to reset up every day. It's going to be the same stream, same name, unless you change it. And which means, conveniently enough, is that you can see everything. Okay? Great. No problem, man. The only thing wrong is, well, you can see, go back to the screen here, there's actually an interesting feature. Notice it says enable auto stop. On the Streamyard streams that they create, this is off. What does it do? It says enable auto stop. Enable auto stop will automatically stop the stream when you stop sending data from your streaming software. Are you sure you want to enable auto stop the stream? I would say no, but at least you got that option. What is that advantage? Here's how. Let's say you are finding yourself in a position where now you're going to be doing segments. Let's say, for example, you're running around and you need to go outside or someplace you need to put the camera down. Then you can go ahead and pause the stream. But how you do that? Well, you don't end it, obviously. If there's any kind of, like blank spot, like if there's like cell signal service drop or something, or you hit a phone call or something, the stream doesn't end by default until you hit end stream. Convenience. However, if you use the immortal one that is reusable, as I call it, then every time you run out of data, because like you ran into a dead zone or whatever, its stream stops and ends, and they gotta start all over again. This is kind of fits, but normally that's not a big deal. Well, each one has its advantages and disadvantages. So, now let's talk about another one. Let's talk about. We showed you Streamyards. Let me go and let's talk about the other software from Restream.io, which is this screen here. Notice it says ready to join. Okay, this is kind of similar to the studio. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to change my camera because what it was is that Restream.io Studio has licensed a copy of the program. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to set the standard definition. Okay, so just to make it easy, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and close that. And I might as well check my audio too. So make sure the audio devices are set up correctly. They are excellent. Now, so I can go into Studio. The one thing I noticed between the two programs is the colors are different, okay? And also the way things are done is a little different. For example, if you want to turn on the chat, there you go. Now you can see my chat on the screen. Now, what about if I was in the other program? Let's go to Streamyards. Well, that's already on by default. In fact, the default, more or less, you can normally turn that on or off. I can turn this off if I went full screen. So by default, it's on by default by me. Okay, so that's Streamyards. The softwares get the same features, the cameras below, and stuff like that. But the difference is the Restream.io program will use, or can use, I can say can, because if you go to your place where you can select where its feeds are going to, which is, let's see if I can access that here. Yeah, I can access it. This is the reason I have to do a retake, is because I ended up basically going off on a tangent. So let's just avoid the tangent. Let's just say you just got a simple set like you want. You have you Restream.io program working where you want. You have the destinations already set. How do you set the destinations? Well, to set the destinations, you just go to the main site, www.restream.io, which I just did here, and you would go to your edit destinations. Now, these are the places I used to go every morning, are ones with the little check marks on, okay? Then you can turn these off individually, turn them on for wherever you want to go. You can add more streams. On the paid account I have, you can have up to 5 sources. Okay, so it's pretty neat. Then, like I said, this is really similar to the other software. And also, you do have the option to hide. You can also do mute a sound. I don't know everything about these programs. Oh, okay, that means hide the participants. Okay. Okay, so I can hide myself. I don't want to hide myself. But that's a feature because guess why? Maybe you don't want a person, you don't want to see a person on camera, but you just want to see you. Your participants are going to be on this side here, over here, okay? Which is similar to over here, all your participants are below here on the screen. I don't know if you see my mouse pointer or not, but in this case, they're on the bottom here, and on Restream.io, they're on the side. Now, the one thing that is very differently clear is with Restream, with the Streamyards is more optimized for cell phones. This is more optimized for desktop, and that is a real bear of a problem, because the fact is it's the Restream.io Studio is really terrible on tablets too. I'm sorry, I've tried it on tablets and cell phones. It picks the worst screen combinations ever on phones and tablets. Okay, so now we got our screens. We want to get back to the main thing. So we now know when we go over here that we have it set to go ahead. This test stream is ready to go. It's waiting for data. If I was to start playing it right now, or recording it right now, it automatically starts, and every time that I talk, it would actually close caption it. And since you see I don't have monetization on, it will not actually run any ads. And of course, it will not get limited or no ads because there isn't any, because I'm not running ads. You also see that it's set that you have to be subscribed for 20 minutes to chat, which is pretty close to what they actually use when they actually do the morning show. Except I do enable them advertising. Even though I'll be honest, I really don't know the reason behind it because it doesn't do anything for me at all. It just doesn't. I'm sorry, it don't. But the reason why I mentioned that about turning on closed captions before you're going live is this. If you're going to reach out to people that are have hearing loss, this is going to be where you do the settings. That is not a minor detail. People who have hearing loss need the closed captions. It's not a luxury. It's not a fringe benefit. It is in your face. I need the feature today. So therefore, by making sure that feature is enabled, those people can engage you and be part of your stream. It may not be the fastest in your face, but it will do more than satisfactorily and help them to be part of your show. And for that reason, I recommend strongly that you please do consider adding that to your feature, to your stream, because it also is in compliance with the Federal Communications Commission and the support of the Americans with Disabilities Act. But for now, I want to say there's your basic quick short tip that take it with a grain of salt, use it, try it out, see if it works for you. If you have any problems, let me know. Someday soon we'll go into more detail on the Restream.io stuff, but that's gonna take a little time. But please understand also we're showing you the free version of Streamyards. If you're using the paid version, there are more features available. I don't even use Streamyards enough to really pick one or the other. Restream.io Studio I have used, and it's pretty good, I guess. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.